Have you ever wondered why?
When?
How much?
What if?
Well, you're in luck, because you're listening to the Hypotheticast.
3 best buds.
On a mission.
To ask all the questions?
And get all the answers.
I was born with both guns blazing, and I do think I'm amazing. You got the dignity to feel a little about yourself. I don't care what your preacher says. I got my own vicious ways. Only got one commandment and it goes, I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
Hey. Hey, Emily, which Dune house are you?
The sandy Windyhouse.
Yes. Actually, that's one of my favorite publishers. Sandy Windyhouse.
Sandy Windyhouse.
Welcome to the Hypotheticast.
Yay.
My name's David.
I'm Mike.
You almost said I'm Emily.
Yeah, I did. I forgot.
I'm Emily.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's you,
take it
not
back.
me. I'm Mike. I forgot. This is one of the final episodes of the Hypotheticast.
Wow.
So if you somehow just found us randomly and are starting to listen, we have a lot
Honestly,
of episodes.
congrats.
But we're gonna be wrapping things up. But we still got plenty more episodes to go.
So many.
So keep listening.
Right.
And then go back and start at the
This is
beginning
like a
again,
little
just like
advent
people do with
calendar.
Gilmore Girls.
Another fun idea.
Every year you listen to the Hypotheticast again, and you
Oh
remember
my
all
God.
the old times you had.
If there's anybody out there that listens to the entire backlog of the Hypotheticast every single year, I'm sorry that anyone is around that person.
I have a fun idea if you want.
What?
If you
If you go back to the beginning
Yeah.
of the Hypotheticast and you start listening from the beginning and you listen all the way through,
my God, I hate
you
this.
can track each of us slowly losing more of our innocence and gaining more
Our
cynicism.
innocence.
That's true. We did start as little
We were
baby
such
Cupids.
little babies.
We
at
were
the
all-
beginning.
Think about it
No,
though, like
it's-
we were
yeah.
in very different times
the
in our
first
lives.
episode-
I don't know that I
Really?
was necessarily more innocent.
Yeah, definitely.
I
We
was.
were all
I was
naked.
absolutely
None of
more
us
innocent.
had sinned, and now,
That's right. We were in the garden.
yeah, and now look at us. We're wearing clothes. We're having
Forgot.
babies.
Come on,
We have
we're older,
pain
we're
from
crotchetier.
childbirth. It's terrible.
I think I've become more innocent. as I've
Really?
gotten
That's so
older.
sweet.
I have no evidence
Yeah.
to back that up.
Yeah.
I was thinking
All right.
since we're these are some of the last
sundown and-
episodes. I feel like we should figure out some of the remaining loose ends of the Hypotheticast.
yeah, that's a good.
The one I
good
want to know is
point.
who is our stalker?
Yeah.
We kind of a couple years ago we had someone delivering bloody packages to our literal house.
Pretty cool.
And we never quite figured out who it was.
No.
And so if you're the stalker, no, we promise we won't be mad.
Nope.
Just tell.
We won't be mad.
Come forward.
We did have. Do you remember that collage?
That's the thing I'm thinking of. It was
Oh
magazine
my
parts, and it was
gosh.
Yep.
covered in random substances.
And some of the pictures were printed off of us from
Yep.
the internet, and then
Pretty
some
cool.
were
Yeah.
just weird, people walking on a beach.
it was a lot.
Pretty
and
good.
I was very
Oh my
impressed.
gosh, I
and we
forgot about
never figured out exactly.
No, I got
Oh,
that
it's fun.
little photo album with the
Oh, the
tear on the
hologram?
front. Yeah,
And it said, "Why do you make me cry?"
yeah.
Why
It was
do you
pretty
make
good.
me cry?
It was pretty good. So if you're the person behind all that,
Yeah.
Hit us up.
You don't have to come forward now, but if you do, we will feature you on the last episode of the Hypotheticast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As because we found the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah,
And-
we did.
And if it's you, Gary, you can show up on the Hypotheticast too, and you can admit it. It's okay. You gave us all the clues.
Yeah, we just want to.
We just want to talk.
We just want to talk. We just want to talk.
Yep.
All right. So speaking of talking, show episode about we're gonna talk to each other about some stuff.
Yeah.
And we're gonna play a game, and this game is one that we made up, and actually we might have made this up.
Yeah.
Like
I
this-
think we did.
This
I
may
think-
actually be an
I think
original
David made
I think
creation.
this
David
one
made it up.
Spoiler alert: some of our games are not original creations.
Yes, they
this
are.
one is. I mean, they all are. You're right. What am I saying? This one's called The Good, the Bad, and the Answer, and it's a game about how everything is good, but also everything is bad. Just like sometimes you feel in your heart.
One of the lessons that we learned throughout the course of recording this podcast.
Yeah, we have really proven that that's true. So we're going to ask each other some questions. We're going to talk about the good stuff and the bad stuff, and you're going to learn a lot.
Oh yeah.
Who wants to start?
I ask a question.
You ask a question.
Is that me starting?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll ask David a question.
Ask me.
No, I want to say something that somehow every time we play this game, I have to be like, David, how does this work again?
True.
Because when we play it, it makes sense, but sometimes I forget what kind of questions. So I'm going to ask this question, and I just have to hope that it will work.
I love this.
David, here's my question for
ready.
you. If your pet was a human, would you marry them?
Okay, I have immediate follow-up question. Immediately? Or like,
I mean, you
Ever.
can date.
okay, like right now, get engaged.
You don't have to marry him today. You can plan.
Yeah.
You marry Joan?
Joan.
Yeah.
Joan, get out here.
Human Joan? Yeah, totally. Like a person with Joan's personality? Yes.
Oh, I
What-
love that so much.
Can you just say a little more about like what makes you want to marry Joan?
Sure. She just likes to kind of hang out and chill and watch movies and cuddle. That sounds pretty nice.
Nice.
And she knows what she wants. She's very clear about what she wants, and she likes to be around people, but she doesn't really like get in your business too much. Every now and then, but not too much.
And she has stunning, beautiful green eyes.
True.
They're mesmerizing.
I am a little uncomfortable talking about how Joan is attractive. I think that part.
Sorry. Sorry. You answered.
love that.
So Emily, are
say
you
it
saying
there.
the good then?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I'm going to say the good.
Okay.
And the good, no, I'm going to say what I actually think is the good about that is
Ooh,
that
okay.
Tanner and I actually selected and named Joan
for me.
from well, I would get to
It's
feel
an arranged
very
marriage.
responsible. Like
True.
right now,
Oh, wow.
there is a baby about to be born within the next like 2 weeks that would not be being born if it weren't for me inviting my cousin and my friend to a New Year's party a long
is
time
pretty
ago.
fun.
I was
like
at that
that.
New Year's
Mike was
party.
there, yeah.
I had nothing to do
Mike
with
is the
that
father
baby.
of that child.
Nope, not at all.
He did have a premonition though, like in the middle of the party, his eyes like rolled back into his head and he was like, a baby will be born from this night.
Yep, but we didn't know who it would be.
No, we were like,
And
what?
do
Mike
you
is
mean,
so
Mike?
drunk.
Yeah, you're crazy, Mike.
So yeah, I would just get to feel this like personal pride of like, oh, we got this cat. Our current cat, Henry, is a little butthole and he ended up not allowing her to live as she needed to live at our house. And so we were like, what are we going to do? I cried. And then we asked David if he was interested and he said yes. So Joan lives here now and that makes me really happy already. But then if she turned into a lady and you fell in love,
And then I married.
I would get to be like,
You did that.
I left my mark on this world. Okay.
That would be the good thing.
Ain't no one forgetting me, Emily Dussault.
True.
So the bad side to that would be that all of Joan's little cat costumes and outfits wouldn't fit her anymore.
That's
So you'd have
true.
to buy more
That's
clothes.
a good point. Maybe they would grow like Hulk's shorts.
And I feel like there would be like residual like cat mind. So human Joan would still like, I mean, the litter box, sure. I mean, the litter box would be fine. Like, but like
that's okay. She
not
can do
ever
that if she
wanting to
wants.
leave the home might be
Right,
like
being afraid of the
like
outside.
At most now, Joan will like tentatively like step onto the porch. So I feel like there'd be a lot of like, you'd have to like teach her human things.
That would be
I
kind of
wanna
weird, actually.
Just pump the brakes for a second
Pump
and
the
ask.
brake.
You guys both like very quickly glossed over a human woman
Yeah.
pooping in a box of
Yeah, it seems
litter.
cool. I don't know.
What
I
do you-
mean,
well, to
Like
me,
you were like, oh, we wouldn't be able to take her out. Like, gosh, what are we gonna do? But like, she's taking a shit in the corner in a box.
Well, I guess here's the thing. Like,
Joan does that
if,
now, and I
like-
don't kick her out.
Like, I feel like that's not that different from like
in a
humans.
toilet.
Like humans
Pooping in a
poop in a
porcelain
specific
bowl.
place, right?
Yeah.
Like there's some animals
that
that
weird.
don't have that training.
if I had to take my wife on a walk and find her
Yeah,
a spot to
yeah.
poop, that would be weirder
be harder.
than her controlling her
You're like,
own
maybe over
Okay,
there.
so I
spot.
guess my big question
Yeah.
then is, she takes care of the cleanup,
See, I think that would be very interesting. I think she would. I think I would be like,
knowing Joan.
okay, dear, honey, sweetie, my love, the love of my life, Joan.
yeah.
I think from now on you should scoop your own litter box. I think that would be a really tricky thing to navigate. But I think Mike is right that I like the world where she has cat mind still, but human mind as well. Because I think that could be really, really good. I think humans sometimes need a different perspective on things.
Perspective of like moving to sit in the sun when it moves around the room.
She'd just be sitting on the ground in the living room rolling around.
I mean, honestly, like I feel like we all kind of want to be cats, though. You know,
yeah, that's kind of
napping all the time.
I had this this room in college once where in the middle of the day the sun fell like perfectly on the bed, and I could take like a warm little cat nap, and it was really good.
Yes.
That's great.
I love it. Yeah, so there you go. So I think overall, Joan and I will be very happy, and Emily will live in infamy. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Infamy is a bad thing.
Oh, it is? Oh, I'm infamy.
You will live in famey.
Yeah, famey. What, is that good? Do you like that?
I love that.
David, are you going to ask a question?
Ask me a question.
I'm going to ask Emily a question.
Ask Emily?
Emily,
if you had to marry your pet.
Honestly, that is a fun meet. Like, we could just go all day with that one. Emily, this is perfect for you. If you became a ghost, but you got to choose what you haunted, what would you haunt?
Like a location?
Or an object.
Or an object. Ooh.
Yep.
Oh, man. I mean, obvious choice would be theater, because like theater ghosts are spooky. Theater ghosts.
Theater ghosts.
Theater ghost. Theater ghosts are spooky, and I could like be there for performances. I could be in the performances.
Oh, shit. Yeah, good entertainment.
They're just such like...
Are you like, are you floating this idea, or are you saying it?
She's deciding.
I'm deciding still. I'm deciding.
Okay. So we shouldn't give you too much feedback.
Gut,
Yeah. Okay.
But maybe that's like a too obvious of an answer. Maybe I need to pick something cool.
I mean, you don't.
Nah.
The rule of the game isn't that you have to pick something
That's
cool.
very true. I just
literally
have
can
to
say,
pick something.
David just had to say yes or no last time.
Yeah,
so.
mine was easy. I didn't say theater.
All right. Yes. Theater.
Theater. Wow.
Theodore.
Mike, what do you think?
I think that the bad side to that would be that if you wanted to be in plays, they'd have to like rewrite the plays like significantly. Like, so if they were trying to hand you props and stuff, like it would fall through you, you know?
Facts.
And also, now this is just, I couldn't quite decide if this was bad or good, but what is the function of a ghost light in a theater? Is it to keep ghosts away or to make them happy?
So
Because that's a thing,
that's a great
like
question.
the ghost light.
That's a great question. I think really the functionality is just so that there is like a light on,
Like there's the ambient light
so that
somewhere.
when someone enters, they're not entering into like absolute pitch blackness.
Isn't there like a ghost reason though for the ghost light?
You would think, and I feel like a full idiot for not knowing the answer to that.
Well, instead of looking it up, here's what I'll say. That was also part of the bad side because it would be hard for you to get a good night's rest because it wouldn't be dark in the
ghost light is
theater.
always
It'd be
on.
hard to get full darkness to go to sleep.
That's true.
That's fair.
I don't know. I guess ghost sleep isn't really.
yeah, it's probably not a huge deal.
You don't have to
think they
sleep.
have to.
But anyway,
boring.
yeah, I'm just thinking like theaters would probably jump at the chance to have a ghost.
Oh my God,
But I feel
yeah.
like it might limit your options as far as roles a little bit.
Yeah, you get typecast. That's
Yeah.
true.
You get typecast and like people being able to see through you. They'd have to figure out how to light you. Like they can't really put makeup on you.
Might be frustrating.
Not huge problems, I guess.
The good thing would be not only that you would get to be in the plays, you would get to watch the plays, like entertainment. That's very nice to have as a ghost. But if there were some people that were kind of like whispering or like making kind of a ruckus or like on their phones distractingly or something, you could just like send a cold wind through them as a warning. Just like, hey, fucking pay attention.
Like, ooh, I got a little chill. I better shut the fuck up.
Right, exactly. As a warning first. And then if not, you could be like, you could whoosh right through them again, but whisper it. You know that cold wind you got through you better shut the fuck up. And they'll be like, oh, geez, like there's a ghost in this theater right now. Like you could help people behave in the theater.
Sure.
Because there's nothing worse than that. And the theater would probably love you. Yeah. And they'd be like, you get whatever roles you want and all of the snacks you can eat, which is zero.
Mainly thinking kind of along those lines that if there was like a jerk involved in one of the productions, I could, you could,
yeah, right. Because that's
punk 'em.
That's something that
ghost
happens.
'em.
Yeah. Get those toxic directors or
Yes,
producers
exactly.
and be like, that one, punking them.
I looked up. It just turns out it actually is both. Like it's like many superstitions. It has different beliefs associated with it. So some actually say that it is for ghosts to perform on stage, and nice. Correlates with the traditional 1 day a week that theaters are closed. So I guess when the theaters are closed for that 1 day,
when the ghosts perform.
That's the ghost show.
Yeah,
that's
ghost show on the Ghost Light.
I like that.
Also, apparently, there's a whole section about COVID-19 that was
the Ghost Light project or whatever.
Yeah, like to indicate that a theater was going to like reopen, like that they weren't dead.
Well, it was kind of a like hope symbol of hope.
Yeah.
I thought it was like the ghosts are like, here are our protocols and our safety. like every website now is like, here's what we're doing for COVID-19, and ghosts also are like, here's what we're doing. We're gonna haunt you from 6 feet away. All right, Emily, hit us with something.
Mike,
hey,
I have a question for you.
I'm ready.
You know the thing on the internet where it's like oddly satisfying? It's on like Reddit and all over the place, and it's like videos or pictures, but mainly videos of people doing certain things. Like power washing is something that people find oddly satisfying. Right. Some people like cake decorating or
cans being crushed up by giant machines.
Yep. Kinetic sand. I would say ASMR kind of falls into that category.
Yep.
So that satisfaction that people get when consuming their favorite oddly satisfying thing. What if you had to replace eating food with one of those things, and it would give you all of the sustenance and nutrients that you need? So you wouldn't need to eat food anymore. Okay. You could just see one of those. So you could actually do it. Like you could actually, power wash something, or you could just watch power washing. And that would do it for you.
Is it? Am I picking the thing? Is it, or you just said what if?
What if? What if? Though?
That would be wild.
Oh my god!
No. What specific thing would you do or watch?
I think there's a channel. No, I guess they're not channels. There's an Instagram account that is different things being crushed by a hydraulic press.
Man, that's so good. Yeah.
And I think it would be that. Watching literally anything being crushed by a hydraulic press.
You know what? I love those. And here, I hate the ones where the thing just like flies off.
Yeah, where it doesn't really get crushed.
I hate that.
Publish that.
Well,
I
think they're just showing you that, hey, not everything crushes neatly.
Sure. I saw a diamond one once. That was interesting.
The best is the lady who does little interpretive dances to them. Have you seen that?
Oh my gosh, I have on TikTok. She like duets with them on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, those are good.
So anyway, that's
the good thing about that. Is that you would become famous as the person who is kept alive by consuming this content. Yeah. And you would get to meet that person who does those dances. You would become best buds because both of your lives are intertwined with hydraulic press crushing. And so you'd probably become friends. You might even get married. Who knows?
Oh,
I can't tell.
Who knows?
I can't tell the future, but it would be good that you would get to meet them, at least pal around.
Do you think it's one person that makes those?
No, I think there's a lot of people that make
the person that makes the dance videos.
Oh,
that's because neither of them is the hydraulic press person. It's like both of you are sustained, one by followers and one by actual life force by the video of hydraulic presses. So you'd be friends.
Okay, the bad thing about that is that there's only so many things that can be crushed by a hydraulic press. And, about like 10 years into this whole thing, you'd be like, I need some variety. Come on.
Yep.
And it would just be hard. You'd have to like get the hydraulic press operators to agree. And, it'd be like, and some things, as we were talking about, just aren't satisfying to watch. So like, how many candles or gummy worms can you watch being squished? Like, you need more good things to consume, and there just wouldn't be enough.
I like the gummy stuff. Just like gummy worms, just basically just get turned into new gummy worms.
They do, and they're kind of like chunky. I don't know. It's so chunky. Fascinating, guys.
I love the idea that the even worse thing is that Mike become like that channel shuts down, and like Mike goes on this like he like has to buy a hydraulic press and like constantly feed things into it. The thing is, there are
a lot of people making that content,
right? But
so
maybe it won't be that popular. 10 years from now, when Mike
like
still needs to
hanging out in like junkyards.
Yeah, and he's just like, "Come on, crush for me, baby,
please. I need to eat."
And they're like, "You need to go home." And you're like, "No,
just crush."
And then eventually you hire someone to just crush for you in your house.
Please crush.
Please crush for me. Let me smash, but in a literal way. I
guess if all I had to buy like for food, it would, if I just had to have an industrial press and then crush anything, cheap. Like that would be cheaper than all the food I'll ever buy.
Probably, yeah.
That's fair.
I think you would probably eventually accidentally crush yourself.
Oh no! Just to see what it's like.
Yeah, just to see what it's like.
That's like saying I'm going to eat myself just to see what it's like.
That's how I think every day. I'm like, someday, body, someday.
Should we go back around?
We'll go back around, but the other direction and faster.
Okay, Emily.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a question, and here is that question. If you had to wear a mask for the rest of your life, what would it be? And it's a full head mask, not a cute little mouth mask.
KN95.
Yeah, right. No.
Do I have like all the holes necessary?
Yeah, you'll be able to breathe and hear and see. Unless you don't want to, then you don't have to.
The episode title. All the holes necessary.
You saw my eyes light up in the episode title.
Yep.
You'll have all the necessary holes.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh, this is tough.
What would your mask be?
What would your mask be?
I have to wear it every second of every day.
Yeah.
Like all the
Dang.
time, even when sleeping.
Wow.
Yeah. I almost said no, but no. 24/7.
Always. It's your face.
It's your face now.
Honestly, I think in that case, I'd just get one of those like, what do you call it? A balaclava? The like knit caps that you pull over.
Just
and
like, like a robber bandit mask.
Yeah, because that would be the most
that
comfortable.
Rules. No, that rules.
I guess
that's so scary.
What color?
It's
the
scary.
thing.
Yeah, I can make it a fun color.
Yeah, if it was a fun color, maybe someone wouldn't think you were holding up the store you were trying to shop at. That'd be nice.
There is no color fun enough to make that
Maybe,
fun. I'm just mainly thinking about comfort.
No, that would be
I don't
nice.
want to wear like a rubber mask all the time.
Like a Michael Myers
Or like
mask.
one of the like masked singers.
What about Jim
masks.
Carrey's The Mask?
Oh, no.
That'd be
Ew.
nice.
I'm not supporting
No,
that movie in any way.
Not a mask of your own face.
That'd be pretty good, actually.
No, not a mask
Okay,
of
so
my
your
own
answer
face.
is balaclava.
Yeah.
But no
Okay,
specific
cool.
color?
Yeah,
Let's
what color?
say it's purple.
Purple. Okay, cool.
No, green. Green. It's green. Final
you
answer.
sure?
Green.
Green?
What
Yes.
shade of green? What shade of green?
It's like a kind of sage green.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, muted. Not super bright.
Yeah,
Right.
that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay out the bad thing. like I said, just because we're moving a little faster, I don't have time to come up with a new one. Everyone will think you're robbing them. And people that know you won't, if you're a regular, they'll be like, oh, there she is. Love that. But like at first you have to be like, I know, I get it. You're scared, but I'm not here to hold up your store.
It's like walking to
I'm
a store.
literally- Yeah.
I get it.
Like I get it, everybody. I'm
it.
wearing a robber mask. I'm not going to steal. You might even have to start wearing a shirt that says, I get it. I'm not actually trying to steal.
Sure.
And it's something you have to negotiate constantly. It's not the end of the world, but it's annoying.
I think the good thing is that with a green full on head mask is that you'd really be able to go out and be camouflaged in nature. Mm-hmm. So like if you were in the forest, people wouldn't see that you have a head. And that could make for some really fun situations.
Right.
I can think of several.
Yeah. I think you know what I'm talking about. So there'll be like a local legend that develops about you, like the green-headed woman.
Right.
And like
I thought they couldn't see my head.
Well, it's like there'll be like people will say some people will think that your head is gone. Some people say that your head that you commune with the forest.
It'll be like she's completely naked and she's a witch.
It'll get way out of control. But there'll be all kinds of stories told about you.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. I like this life for you.
Great, me too. David, I have a question for you.
I'm ready.
If you had to pick one color that would be the only color that you can wear for the rest of your life, and it has to be non-neutral.
Fuck.
And by non-neutral, I mean even like navy blue to neutral.
Whoa.
It has to be a bold or bright color.
Damn.
And
this is any piece of clothing I put on my body has to be this color.
Yep.
Wow. Even my underwear?
especially your underwear.
Especially sometimes exceptions can be made, but never for underwear. Mm-hmm. Wow. I'm tempted to go with like neon green just because that's incredibly practical and then I will never be missed again. Because if it's a bold color, I'll never be missed again anyway. So I might as well lean all the way into it.
Sure.
And I probably can't say brown because that's like navy blue.
I don't think there's any bright
Brown's
flavors of
right,
brown.
Yeah, not a bright brown. That's just red.
Bright brown. Neon brown.
What color do you want to paint your room? Brown. I want it to be neon brown. Honestly, if I start a band ever again, it's going to be called Neon Brown, and that's a promise. That is a promise. It would be red, just one
classic fire engine red,
primary red.
Okay,
that's what it would be.
Okay.
I think the bad side of that is that people would think that you were cosplaying as the Flash from the DC Comics universe.
Yeah, he's fast.
And they would be like, "Oh, like you love the Flash, huh?" And you'd have to always tell them like, "I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you love the Flash."
No, I think he's kind of boring.
Yeah. Not the most exciting, but I think people would be like,
I don't hate
"Oh,
him.
Flash," and like you'd have to either like lean into it or like always explain like, "No, I'm not."
Don't
Flash.
actually like the Flash. Not a big fan.
Yeah.
I will flash you if you want, but that's a separate thing.
Yeah. If you want. Yeah.
If you want.
So that's the bad side.
That's the bad thing is people would bring up the Flash all the time.
Yeah.
The good thing is that some people would think that you're the devil himself, Beelzebub, and you could get things that you wanted. Because like the second that you even got a little bit intense or firm about something, people would like freak out and think like the devil's gonna get me.
Yeah, he's gonna get
freak
me.
out.
Yeah, I would say I'm gonna get you a lot. I think is something I would do.
So if you walked into a store, I don't know, I can't think of an example. You would just like get special treatment because some people would be afraid that you are the devil.
That is a pretty rational conclusion to jump to. If I was like, someone's dressed in all red, oh shit, must be Satan.
And that if they thought you were Satan, they would just give you
They would
treats.
give me something instead of being like 911.
It's basically like Halloween
Satan's here,
year round. Shit, Satan's here. We got to give him
What
something.
would happen if I was like, hey, police, Satan's here. The actual devil is in my store.
David.
I'm going to read this as written
Yep.
because it's funnier that way.
Okay.
Because I didn't know which person I was going to ask.
Did you write it?
Hey, Mike. If your roommate or husband summoned a demon, but once the demon was done doing its dirty deeds, it still had a couple hours to kill, so it offered to help out around the house. What chores would you have it do?
I'd have it clean out the fridge.
Ooh, nice. Clean out
Like
the
really
fridge.
clean it out.
Like deep.
Like not just like take out the bad stuff, but like scrub it all
Yeah,
down.
that sounds really valuable.
Defrost.
Emily, what's the good or bad thing about that?
No, you go first.
Okay. I would say that the bad thing would be that this demon, and in this scenario, I have summoned this demon. So I bet this demon's pretty fun. Yeah. Like I bet he's a pretty cool guy. He's like hanging out.
You know how to pick him.
I know how to pick demons. Sure. I got an eye for it. He is in there and he's seeing all this stuff and he gets a little twinkle in his little demon eye because he finds some real nasty shit. And he decides to like switch it with some of our food. He's like, "Oh, I found some moldy pasta sauce. I'm gonna put it in Mike's lunch tomorrow."
No.
Like you presented him with a opportunity for pranks, and this demon is gonna go for it because he didn't say he was gonna do the chores well. He just said he was gonna do them.
I guess that's
you
true.
Demons pawed it.
Yeah.
Okay, I disagree. I think the good thing about that
Disagree? It's not about.
I think
which
you're
one of
right.
us is
He's gonna come at it from like a kind of trickster angle, but I think he's actually going to do a very good job of cleaning the fridge. But he's also, while he's doing that, he's gonna make a little portal in the back of the fridge that goes both ways, but probably mostly
goes both ways. Nice.
Demons will be coming in to your fridge.
Oh, whoa! And this is the good thing.
Yeah, this is the good thing.
No, so far I'm in.
A portal to hell in the fridge.
Well,
I like
but the
it.
fridge gets really clean.
The good thing is the fridge gets clean.
No, also this. The only bad guys that can come through the portal are like kind of trickstery style.
Those classic bad guys, demons.
Nothing better than
You
calling
bad
demons
guys.
bad guys. Nothing better
Stop
than that.
possessing my
Nothing.
daughter, you bad guys.
Thanks for playing that game with
Of course,
me
thank you
and each other.
thank you for having us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Really nice.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Little announcement.
Oh.
You know that we are sundowning.
Wrapping up.
There's 6 episodes left after this one. The final episode of this show is going to be Would You Rathers. It's going to be old school style.
Yeah.
It's going to be like we did it right way back in the beginning where we asked everybody, hey, send us some Would You Rathers. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do for that whole dang episode, all listener submitted Would You Rathers. Mm-hmm. That's it. So get your fingers ready. Start thinking now. And either start sending them to us if you want. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
Or just really let them cook. Balance it out perfect so we'll never solve it. But give us the best you got, because this is the last one. This is the last chance you'll get to solve a Would You Rather.
Yeah, to solve
And I think
them.
it's pretty important for us to solve them.
To make
for
your
you.
mark on the history of humanity.
Yeah, and this is it. So shoot your shot. So what I'm saying is just start thinking about it. We'll ask you again. Just start thinking about it. But we're going to need a lot of them.
Yep.
Got one last segment.
What is it?
No questions asked.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to frame it like a good, the bad, and the answer question because that seems appropriate. If you were a talking cat, what would your first words be?
A talking cat?
I own you.
Marry me. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Theme music by Jaden James and the Hunger. Logo by Christian Hagen. Edited by David Gucci. If you want more of our hypothetical content, join our Facebook group or like our posts on Twitter or Instagram or give us some stars and a review on iTunes or wherever the heck you get your podcasts.
And is anything else going to hit like Harry Potter?
Nothing. Never.
Maybe Dune will catch on.
Dune.
Maybe Dune,
Yes.
Dune will just take over.
I hope so. Kids everywhere.
Like with young adults.
Wearing little suits that suck water out of their bodies. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Fear is the mind killer, kids.
It's so important to know.
There's just like all kinds of, like the way Harry Potter permeates society now. It's like, which Dune house are you in?
Which Dune house? They have houses. Oh, House Harkonnen for sure for me, baby.
Oh,
I'm
man,
a baron that just flies
please.
around in a little tube.